Hi everybody, Tiffany Solorio here for Live with Prima, and I'm going to be sharing with you how to create this bird cage. Super fun, and it is super easy and fast. So, and they're so cute. It got the little bird in there and some butterflies. So really cute. I turned my autofocus off, I think, so it's not gonna focus, but because I'm gonna be doing basically really light papers, and so I didn't want it to give any issues. But before I start, I have some announcements. And the next show coming up, Catching the Butterfly watercolor panel with Fran Westmoreland. See her create the Soft and Beautiful Mixed Media project on Tuesday, May 31st at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. See the project on today's blog at prima.typepad.com, and it is gorgeous. You don't want to miss that. And the next one is livewithprima.com has been updated, so check it out. Check out our site for more information on all things Prima, and we will be updating it often and adding more fun stuff. And if you are not a member of the Live with Prima group on Facebook, be sure to check it out and all the other fun Prima groups there is on Facebook. We all love to share projects and ideas and things. It's so much fun. So to start, okay, I made this kind of like quite a while ago, so but I'm glad that it is easy because, or else I probably would have had a lot of trouble making it tonight. So when you get your bird cage, and I know there's been a couple others that have done bird cages, they come like this, really pretty. And I love that I didn't paint mine or anything. So that's just how it comes, is all distressed. And I love, like, this one is more, rustic looking than this one. So it's really neat because you can have two different bird cages with two different looks with the same bird cage, basically, without doing anything to them. I think Sharon, I believe it was, she had painted hers with the alchemy paints and it turned out gorgeous. There's so many options, but I loved how it looked just like this, so I just kept it like that. And the item number for this is 584887, and it also comes with a little birdie. Let me get it out of the bag. It's so cute. So it's a little birdie. So cute. Okay, let me just snip this off really quick. Let me put this aside. And it pops off the back. So if you haven't seen these altered, you can alter these, and there's a lot of different styles of frames, metal frames, and having a little trouble here, but you can pop the backs off so it's easier to work with. So it just comes off like that. Okay, I used the Princess collection, and this is an older collection, but it is so gorgeous. And I used the A4 pack, and I am going to use, let me just flip through it if you haven't seen it. So pretty. I mean, you can put little fairies in there. This collection has like little fairies and stuff, so you can do a lot of things with the bird cage. I think I'm going to use this one. All right, so I'm just going to draw this out really quickly. Maybe. Well, let me see. That's fine. And you can even leave it just like this. It looks pretty, just like that, and cover it up. Not too worried about it being perfect, but I do want to make sure that it's going to fit inside the frame. So I'm just going to go a tad bit smaller, I think. Yeah, I think I need to cut off a little bit from the edge. See how it shows a little bit of the metal? I don't really mind, so. Okay, and then while I have this out, I'm going to do I'm gonna put some paper on this, and then I also put a little paper strip on this side. So I'm just gonna cut those out while I have the paper out. And I just traced it, and you're gonna wanna cut in quite a bit off of this one. Maybe I traced it, let's see. Having a little bit of issues with my pen here, sorry. There we go. Yeah, because if you trace the outside, it is quite bigger than what you're gonna put on the inside. So I just want to cut in. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can hear the motorcycles or the dirt bikes. I live in the middle of nowhere in the desert, so it's quite common. Now it's summer and there's no school tomorrow, so I'm sure it's all the kids riding around. Yep, still gotta do a little bit more. Okay. I don't remember the last one giving me this much trouble. Oh. Let's see. Let's go like this and use my finger to crease it. Yeah, school is not out completely yet. Tuesday is the last day of school, or Wednesday, I'm sorry. Okay, definitely not the prettiest cut. All right, and then I'm just gonna cut a strip for right here. And I'm just using all the same paper, and I'm gonna take my paper trimmer out for this so that I can get a nice semi-decent strip. All right, and I'll probably do like, I don't know what's that, probably 1/2 inch or a little bit less. Let me see. Yeah, because I'm gonna distress the edge too, so it's perfect. And then I'm saving the scraps because I'm gonna be punching out some butterflies. All right, let me get my tool. All right, any questions? Hello, Vicky. is a pretty quick project here. I'm just distressing the edges just to, you know, give it a little more shabby feel. And then I'm gonna, this is a little bit difficult because it's so small, but it's all right. So, who has altered one of these so far? I love the bird cages. They're so pretty. And I believe it comes in a smaller one, smaller size, but it's brown. So if you don't like the size of this one, or you want to do a couple of them that are kind of like offset or something, that would be really cute too. Almost done. All right. Okay, before I adhere the paper to the metal, I'm just going to do a little bit of stenciling. Whoops. And this stencil is Tubaroses, I believe it's called. The number is 579937. Super pretty. I thought it went perfect. And you can always skip this step if you want, but I just like just a little bit of texture it gives in the background. So, because I'm not going to color or mist or spray or anything, but I just like that extra little texture it gives. Not too worried about the bottom because I am going to be adding flowers and different things there. So and this is the Finnabair silicone brush. I love it for adding my modeling paste or my light paste. It works perfect because you can really control the amount really well on how much you put. So just lighter strokes will give you thicker, and then obviously if you press harder, you do thinner paste. So all right, so that's that, and let me just clean this off really quickly. And the light paste dries fairly quick, so I'm just going to set this aside, and I'm going to color some of the flowers that I'm going to use. Okay, didn't want that. I was looking at the chat. I can't do that. So I'm using the Purity 2 flowers, which I'm sure you know by now are my favorite. And the number for these are 586669. and a ton come in a pack, and you get the white leaves and they're just so pretty. So let me see which ones I want here. I like this one, and I did actually combine two together because they're running low, and I don't know, just felt like I wanted to put two together because kind of taking up too much space with just a few in each pack. So okay, so I'm gonna use some chalk edgers, and this one is Pastel Brown, and I'm just gonna add some to my mat here, and take a brush and some water. And I'm just gonna spray a little bit on the flowers, not too much. And you wanna be careful with these flowers because if the stamens get too wet, they will just crumble. So you really kind of gotta be careful. All right, so I wet my paintbrush, and I'm just gonna go in the center here. And it's just gonna give a soft brown tone. And I think I used actually a different color for the other ones because it doesn't look the same. I could have sworn I used this color. I don't know, we'll see how it turns out when it dries, because that sometimes when it's wet versus dry kind of changes colors. All right, did I lose you guys? The chat, no one's talking anymore. Or maybe it's just lagging so much, I don't know. All right, I think I want to add a little bit more on this one. Yes, hello Amy, Kim. Who else is new coming in? Welcome. All right. And you can definitely color these completely. I don't know, I kind of just like how it's in the center. And uh-oh, I hear sirens. Man, busy outside today. Okay. And while I have this out, I'm actually going to color some of the trim that I'm going to be using. And this is the Magnolia trim. I love these. And I think I used probably, I'll do 3 because I cut them in half. So, and for this, I'm just going to add the water, lots of water, because you want all that color to soak through, and that helps a lot. Oh, I used the Pastel Brown chalk edger. Sorry, I missed your text. Okay. And I'm gonna do the same with the trim here. gonna add it, and then the water that I added to the trim is gonna help it just kind of blend out and bleed through all that fabric or thread. And with everything, I'm not too perfect with it. I like kind of when it's imperfect. Imperfect perfection, that's what I say. So okay, I'm just gonna heat these just really quickly, just to get them dry quick. Hello, Kathleen, Nico, Kim, Callie Scrapper. Of course, I know exactly who you are, but your name escapes me like normal. I am just horrible at matching the names with all the different names, like nicknames and stuff. All right, you guys have any questions? Hello, Nindy. I see a lot of new people on. I'm just gonna heat this really quick. All right, that's out of the way. And I'm going to take some of that paper and stamp some butterflies. I use 2 different butterfly stamps. This one is, the item number is 962104, and these are both Finnabair stamps. I love them. And this one is 962081. And then I also used this set here. This is from the IOD line. I actually pulled out some of the stamps because there's just so many wonderful. I use this one in an art journal. There's just so many different options. This is a gorgeous background stamp. So if you haven't seen these or have them, go check them out. They're gorgeous for all sorts of different projects. And there's more too, so I just pulled out what I could find really quickly. But I'm going to be using this one, and then the item number for this one is 814663, and I used the butterfly. This butterfly here, super pretty. Let me get my block. And I'm going to use Old Road to stamp out my images. Whoops. I don't know why that's not sticking. Guess that works. There we go. And then same with these. I think I used one of this one and then a couple of the other one. So And of course you can use any of the any butterfly stamps that you want. I'm going to do one more just in case. Okay, and I feel like I kind of thought about if I needed to do any prepping before, and I didn't think I did, but now that I have all these butterflies to cut out, I feel like I should have done that before, but luckily they're super easy to cut out. So any questions? I am using some of the Salvage District flowers, which I will pull out in a minute once I get everything prepped, and then I'll start putting it all together. I love the Salvage District collection. It's so pretty. And it's so easy to combine old collections with the new collections with Prima, because I feel like a lot of them just go together so perfectly, like the colors and everything. So, and it's perfect because, you know, sometimes you can't get a hold of a certain product that you want or whatever, and most everybody tends to shop a lot. And I'm sure we all have extra goodies that are, you know, kind of older collections, but still gorgeous. So all right, couple more. Sorry, guys. All right. While you're waiting for me, if you're just joining, you can always go check out the Prima blog. Fran, I believe, is doing the next show, and her project is on there, so you could take a look. So pretty. In my July project, I am using a watercolor panel as well, and it's not for watercoloring at all. It's for kind of like a mixed media project. So if you aren't an artist, I'm definitely not an artist. I can't draw or really paint or anything like that. So, but they're really fun because they hang perfectly on your wall. And if you do like mixed media, I've done a layout on one, a larger one, and it turns out so gorgeous. So definitely pick those up. Even if you aren't a painter or anything like that. So we're done cutting out the butterflies. Okay, now I'm gonna add the paper to everywhere where I need to. Okay, so I'm just gonna use some Fabri-Tac for this, and just adding it generously onto the cage here, and then I'm going to add some to my paper as well. Same thing here, adding it to the paper and also to the middle. Sorry, every time I start talking, I glance up at the chat and then I lose my train of thought. So I have to stop doing that. But I just want to make sure that no one has any questions. And my phone is on silent, so I keep trying to check it to make sure there's no questions. Okay, and then I'm just going to add that strip of paper, which, there it is. I was going to say it ran away from me. Same thing, I'm just going to add it to the metal and the paper just to make sure that it's adhered really good. And that is basically all, the altering I did of the frame itself, like the metal. I didn't color it or paint it or anything. It's just super gorgeous in itself. All right, now we're going to, sorry, my throat keeps getting scratchy. This frame is item number 892098. And I'm just using the bigger frame. And if you have not noticed, I love these frames. And I just want to make sure that it's not going to hit anywhere, like on the bottom. I'm mainly worried about the bottom. So I'm going to take some of the chalk edger and just kind of lightly just dab it on there, just to give it a little bit of color, just to kind of tie it all together. And it already has that gray on there, that distressed look. So these frames are perfect. And I'm just going to add that. Actually, I take that back. I cut out a Prima die and I used the same collection, the Princess collection. And this item number is 583996. And I already did that. And I actually just got new plates for my Sizzix machine. And before, I never had issues with cutting out the dies. And it took me like 10 times trying to cut this out. And it's my new plates. And of course, I threw away my old ones, which I really regret. But so I kind of had to play around with putting paper like as shims and things. So it's kind of a pain, but I got it. And so I'm just going to put this to the back here. But yeah, before I never had issues with the dies in my machine. And I don't know if the new plates, I haven't bought new plates in a long time. And they seem to be a little different than the old ones. Well, at least the ones that I bought. So I don't know if that has anything to do with people having trouble. But on the Live with Prima Facebook page, we actually had a discussion on that. So I'm gonna have to go back and search on what everybody's recommendations were. I'm just going to add it like that. And I'm going to add this piece just like this. I'm going to cut off those little edges there. Just going to add the glue to the inside of the frame here, because I'm going to add some flowers in the trim there, so you're not going to see the glue right there. You guys can see that. So okay, then I added this butterfly here, just like that. Well, it got some writing on the back, but that's okay. And then I added this butterfly and this butterfly I layered on top of that one. And put that there. Just need to hold this just for a second. Okay. And then now I'm going to start layering the flowers. So I'm going to do one there. And I have these flowers here. These are from the Salvage District collection, and the number is 586416. And these are very, very glittery. And I don't like that much glitter, so I kind of just brush a little bit off. But they're very pretty. So I'm just taking a few, the ones that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to brush off some of the glitter. Just okay. And then I'm going to use these vines from the Salvage District collection as well. The number is 586379. And I actually cut them apart. So get this out of the way. And that one. Okay, so I'm just gonna start layering everything. Actually, I think I want to put the littler one there. Oh no, Carrie, you're having trouble again. Okay, of course. I swear I went over the list like a million times, but luckily they're right here. The number for these ones are 586393. And I love these flowers because you can just kind of fold them up and just kind of tuck them here and there. I'm actually going to use my hot glue gun for this. So I just fold them in half, add the glue in the center and then on the outside, and then that way it kind of looks more dimensional. All right, let's see how this is gonna go. Of course, it's giving me trouble. There we go. Snug fit, but okay. Just wanted to make sure, and then I'm gonna start adding things to the inside here. And what I did was I cut some of the trim in half that I had colored earlier, and I added it just like that. So it's just kind of peeking out from the flowers and the butterflies that I'm gonna add. And I know it's kind of a weird angle and hard to see, but I just cut them in half and I'm just adding them along this line here. Okay, and then next I'm gonna add a flower here. That's where my little birdie's gonna go. And I should have swapped the flowers. This one should have been bigger, but it's okay. And I'm actually gonna hold this up just a tad because I don't want it laying all the way flat. I kind of want it kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but just kind of like that. So the glue is gonna dry, so it kind of gives it a little bit more dimension. And so you just kind of hold it while the glue dries, the hot glue. Okay, and then I'm just going to start taking more of these flowers here and just tucking them here and there. If you have sensitive fingers, you kind of want to be careful with the hot glue, of course. My fingers, I feel, are kind of a little calloused because well, little story, I guess, story time. When I first met my husband, he made fun of me because I used like a fork or a spatula to flip tortillas, and I'm not Mexican, so you know, I didn't know that you do it with your hands. So over time, my fingers have been calloused from flipping the tortillas with my hands. So the hot glue really doesn't bug me. So all right. So see how it's starting to come together? And I think now I'm gonna close it. I think I've done pretty much, and if I need to stuff in some flowers, I do, but I can always do that. See, like here, I'm gonna add some hot glue. And then it's really easy just to kind of sneak in there and add it. So if you need to. And my vine here. all just gonna come together really nice and just, of course, you can take your time and be a little more careful where you put your flowers and all that. But it's hard because I'm trying to look and be able to show you guys at the same time. So, all right, so what I did with the vine is I'm actually gonna cut it. And I just kind of, I guess, draped it. I don't know if that's the right word. But I'm just gonna add some hot glue, and I'm gonna add a flower there so I'm not, you know, too worried about the glue. And I do use 2. So actually going to add, see, it's all just kind of about playing around and seeing how you like it. And how you like the placement. I'm just going to kind of cut this one in half because I want some coming off this side as well. I'm going to add that just like that. I love these soft colors, the gray and the brown. I think it's just so pretty together. All right, so I'm gonna start adding in kind of like the bigger flowers and the trims and things so that I can maybe get done on time. I'm gonna add that here. Actually, I should have cut that in half. I knew I should have. I always cut my trims in half, and a lot of times the flowers too, because I like to utilize as much as I can. So add that one there. And sorry. Oh my goodness, I love my project for July too. So I am going to be using, like I said, the watercolor panel and also some sculpture medium. So it's going to be fun. And thank you so much. I always get inspired by all of you talented ladies and gents that share your projects. It's just I love just going and snooping around people's projects. So you want me to show a little bit? Okay, once I'm done, I'm almost done. So I can show you guys a little bit. You guys are gonna want to pick up the sculpture medium. It is so much fun. So I'm just adding some flowers here and there. Oh my goodness. Oh, I wish that would be so much fun. I can only wish to just go and be part of, you know, taking classes from all the talented educators. But to be one, that's like a dream. I don't know. That would be crazy. I think it would be like an outer body experience. That'd be so much fun. All right, so I think I'm gonna add the butterfly up here. And that's such a nice compliment. It's so sweet. All right. He probably laughed at you. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Don't mind me. I think I drank a lot of coffee today, so I'm kind of a little loopy. I'm really tired, but I drank a lot of coffee, so. All right, I'm gonna add some more of these from the vine. And let's see, where do I want it? Actually, I think I just want the flower here. So I'm just gonna add that flower here. And can't forget about the little birdie, although he's gonna take a little while to dry, so let me just finish up. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I did dry brush on some gesso just to kind of, you know, make it a little bit more shabby, but I think I'm just gonna add the butterflies. So that paper that I said that I was going to save is right here. So this is a Martha Stewart punch. And I just punched out just a few, and it gives you two different sizes, but 3 butterflies. So just gonna add these randomly on here. And I like to stagger my butterflies. Like, see how this one's kind of going this way? I want this one, because it's pretty close, I want it to go the opposite way. And like this one behind here is going that way as well, so I don't know. I just like them a little bit opposite. So all right, so I think that is it. Have any questions? Oh, I forgot my birdie here. And I didn't do anything to the bird. And he's just gonna sit just right here. Okay, I just thought of this. So my mother-in-law wants to bring my daughter a bird for her birthday. It's her birthday on Monday. And my mother-in-law, she's coming from California, and she wants to get my daughter a bird, but we don't want to have any pets yet. So I'm just going to tell her that I got her a bird, and got my daughter a bird, and we'll show her the bird cage. All right, this is going to take, you know, a little bit to dry, but you guys can see. And let me turn on the autofocus so I can show you guys closer. And like I said, I did dry brush some gesso onto the flowers and stuff, but I can do that later. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I love this project, and it was so funny because me and Miranda and Sharon all did one like at the same exact time, and we don't know what each other, you know, is doing, so kind of had to stagger them out quite a bit so that there wasn't one back to back or three, like three in a row. So let me stop the record. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you want to see my July project, because this was actually supposed to be my June project, but I switched last minute. So thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to check out the Live with Prima Facebook page and the new Live with Prima website, and also Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Fran will be on showing us a gorgeous project as well. Thank you guys.